Hello everyone and welcome to another Train Sim World video. In today's video we are doing a HKA West Coast Mainline service from here at Milton Keynes. Where are we off to? Down to Wembley Yard. I believe this would then go off to the North London lines. Yeah, off to the North London line. Down that way. If I turn both these on, no. Isolate, well no, we don't want them isolated. I'll get the head code for you in a minute. So, let me, and then take the brakes off. And while we wait for the brakes to come off, we are on 6 Lima 36 Tunstead Sidings to Bow East. So yeah, let's get going at some point today. Have we got a timing? No, let's just get there when you get there. It reckons it takes about 56 minutes. Right, let's go 1, 2, and 3, and hot off. Off we go. Oh, shouldn't do that because it's 4 in the morning, so it's happening in the railway. The silence period. Off we go. Look at us go. So sluggish, aren't it? 2,000 tons of cement. I love how you worn down these wagons here. Oh yeah. HKAs. I have a feeling as a freight train driver, if you were to do a crew change, you'd have to check all the handbrakes on all the wagons. But obviously, well, I doubt it. If you start the service, you should probably check all the handbrakes out on the wagons. But if you're finishing the service, or you're taking over midway through the service, I doubt it. Because that should be the first driver's responsibility. But yeah. Nice. Out of Milton Keynes. Gently creeping out. We shouldn't see much traffic today because it's Monday at, it's a weekday, sorry, at 4:56. Not on a weekday, like the hunt for it could be a weekend, not so a weekday timetable, obviously, so there's only one timetable for this week, so Manchester and Portsmouth meet up. Here we go, here's the end of our train. Gently cruising it out of Milton Keynes. I really love this HKA pack. I bought it for £4.50, 10% off with April's Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, I really like it. The wagons are so detailed, it adds a fair bit to West Coast Mainline. I don't know if it goes on to any other routes yet. I hope it does. Like, what routes were made after this one? Manchester Airport commuter it might be on, possibly, who knows. I doubt it'll be on Cardiff City Network, but you never know. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I bought this one. I bought West Coast Mainline for £21 and the Avanti for £10. So I got 50 quid of DLC for about 33 quid. So that's a saving of about nearly £20, which is fairly good in my opinion. Oh, that's notch 7. Yeah, notch 6 to notch 7 always adds quite a bit on here. Whereas notch 7 to notch 8 is like nothing. door stop there and it won't stop open. It's well annoying. Stranded there. Oh, I never noticed that. They must have added that recently. I never noticed that one there. I don't know why it's physically wrong like that. Who knows? Maybe that's not even an added feature and we've just spotted it by mistake. Right, green signal. Off we go. There is literally no trains in that DSD. 90 miles an hour speed limit reduction. Don't think we'll be going anywhere near that considering our top speed on today's service is 60 miles an hour in the 6A code and the wagons are 60 miles an hour only. So yeah, I can't imagine we're getting anywhere too quickly. But again, you can only do 60. I don't really need to fill out that thing because there's no speed reductions along here. But yeah, it's going to be 60 the whole way. Even when you're coming the other way, you'd only ever use it once if you're on a 6-head code. If you're on a 7-head code, or a 4-head code, or a 0-head code, you'd use it twice. One when you come out of Wembley Yard and the second out of Watford. As you come out of the tunnels at Watford, which are just about there-ish. Got the yellow signal on the far side, we've got green, we're not going to the left, which is Bletchley Carriage Sidings. I bet that'll be quite full this time in the morning, about 5 in the morning. That should be fairly full. There's the motorway. Is that the same motorway? Yes, it does. Here we go, here's Bletchley Carriage Sidings. Optimal drinking temperature. Warm. Not like heartburn levels of warm, but like warm. Flashing double yellow signal, which to me means a diversionary route, which means we're going to be coming off this line. But I can only presume that would be to go to the fast lines. But anyway, let's take power off, and that was the double yellow, so let's gently put some brakes on. So you slow it down. Yeah, that's the yellow signal, so again, you keep slowing it down. Oh look, there's actually HKA's there. And they're moving as well, they've got 6 Bravo 10. It starts like 10 minutes before this service and then it's here. Also. Yeah. Oh, actually, we'll just leave the brakes where they are. That'll be fine. Coming along now, down towards Bletchley and possibly over to the fast lines. Right, brakes off. Let's see what colour the signal is from here. What colour is the signal, boss? Is that green? Can't see. I can just make out a yellow, so let's go up to 1, 2, 3, 4. Just let it build up there quickly. Okay, 5 and 6, because those set points are 40. I'm assuming these ones down here will be 60, because why would they take us over on a slower set when they could get us over on a faster set? But yeah, I think that is it is a position like for the West Coast Mainline fast lines. It's a bit like Midland Mainline. Most of the freight on the Midland Mainline past Leicester, so I watch Sky Studios on YouTube. You just have to. Yeah, I watched his video outside studying all the freight was on the fast line. It was mostly GBRF down that way. There's a green signal. We are indeed over to the fast lines. Yeah, I doubt we'll be following the EPS speed limits. Believe it or not. Green signal, position line. Let's go 25 miles an hour. It is a bit sluggish, this thing. I'm using the ECML principles of broadcast to 66 because that one's got the best brakes out of the ones that I like driving. Well, we could have used the cargo right now. Cargo 1.2. It was either EWS, cargo line, DB, DRS, Ocean Network Express, or EWS Heavy Weapons. So I thought we'd do EWS Heavy Weapons, and it is indeed 60 miles an hour. Maybe we're just running on this line. Who says we're going over to the fast lines? Actually, I don't think these are equipped for bi-directional signalling, so will be this line. Yep, there's an EPS speed limit. Screenshot about there-ish. If this thing just snaking over. Oh yeah, that's nice. But then you can't see it snaking over. That's better. Yeah, that's nice. Never done a West Coast mainline freight on the fast. Off we go. What is it going to be? Got green signals. Is there something? Is there a London Northwestern behind us? But that can't use the fast lines and we can. Is that why they've still got a green one there? Something out of 523, but other than that, I can't think of a reason why. But yeah. Off we go, 35 miles. Could you imagine this in peak time? Freight train coming across to 35 miles an hour. There is an Avanti service, a Pendolino service that I done, where it brought me down to a red, so that DB66 could come across. Like, when I say come across, I mean come across from Wembley over the fast line, over the slow lines, over the fast lines, and on to the lines adjacent to that. I would have said. Where are we? That's Wembley. So yeah, it would have come from sort of here. No, it didn't go over there. Come across. Yeah, what I know is it came across and across, and eventually, probably, yeah, went across there. It's weird. Yeah, I wonder what overground stuff's about this time. 40 miles an hour. Come on, train, moving sluggish. No option now. No, apparently not. Before we have to blurry textures then. Yeah, any of you going to buy the 86 DLC Righteous Trains? I'm not, because I don't have West Coast Mainline Preston Carlisle, but you guys let me know. Did you buy it? And what made you buy it? Was it like, because you had West Coast Mainline, it was like, cool, this is a must-have? Or was it because you just went, well, have any of you bought West Coast Mainline Preston Carlisle just for the 8, just so you can then buy the 86? I'm intrigued. Yeah. So sluggish being on these fast lines at 60. I don't know why we come on the fast lines, like we just stayed on the slow. Unless there's a specific reason why we couldn't have done. Maybe the slow lines are closed for maintenance. I suppose this is what we would have done in real life, but again, I don't understand why in real life we would have done this. I believe the fast lines sort of shut at 10 PM. West Coast Mainline, because you have some Pendolinos that can go on the slow lines. One, two, one on services, or maybe the very first Pendolinos go on the slow lines, which is just an absolute waste of EPS speed limits, because you know you'll only ever be able to follow the slow speed limits. But hey, I bet that'll be fun. We should do one then, even if it's pitch black. Signals, although I've got double yellow. Or I catch that too. Nothing there, isn't it? Sweet FA. Hang on. Is that us coming back over to the slow? Yeah, we're coming back over to the slow lines. Just south of Leighton Buzzard. What's the point? I'm assuming in real life there would have been some sort of maintenance along here. I mean, in real life, this train would most probably done something very similar recently, because of obviously the unfortunate derailment now with the Bletchley. Was it Wednesday that happened? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, on Wednesday? Yeah. 18 minutes into the video. If you are enjoying, please do like and subscribe. I was going to say that's a flashing green signal, but it's not. It's just a flickering green signal. Here's where we find out our speed limit is 60. Moving daily, so I don't have to let the map check my speed. There we go. 59. Going uphill, yeah. Cool. Maybe that's when the next train is, actually, on the fast lines. 602. 602, 532. Nah, just still don't have a reason to stand there. Although in real life that station isn't actually locked up fast platforms, so. Here we go, flashing all the yellows again. Off comes the power. See, we've just built up speed and that's going to make me lose all the speed again. So yeah, I'm really confused. I mean, in real life, well, they followed a real life service pattern, so this must have been on an engineering day or something. Yeah, unfortunate. Well, for the drop battle for us, because we've just built up our speed. Just started building up speed, then we had to slow down again. Then we went on to fast lines, built up speed, just built up speed, and now we're slowing down again. Right, yellow signal. Come on, let's slow down. I didn't actually consider it. You are allowed to pass a yellow at 60. You've got to come down very quickly to 20. Well, apparently it's 60 over the points. That's better. Take all of that out. Right, let's take the brakes out completely. Off the brakes on, we're doing about 20, 21, 20, nice. Right, now let's yellow, I can see that. 1, 2, and 3. Supposed to wait half a second between each notch of power on the 66. If you're wondering why I don't just bang it in full power. I mean, we couldn't bang it in full power at this speed, but still a single yellow, so we still got to be careful. We can't balls to the wall there. But yeah, that just seems so close. To bring the speed down yet again, just to bring it back up again. Is this the last time we have to change tracks? Still on the slow, still on the slow. Still on the slow. And they wouldn't bring us over this late, so yeah. Slow lines all the way down to Wembley. Yeah, I enjoyed that bit of fast line running. Right, let's go on to green, so that's... I'm going to go 6 notches of power. Right, we can go full power. Let's go. Off we go. 23 minutes into the video, so I think we spent literally 8 minutes on that fast line. Yeah, again, it must have been for some sort of engineering works. Over we can now. I believe it's 60 over these points still. Yeah. I have actually had to change over on these points in the London North Western Railway 350. Went over, sort of over again. There, so yeah. It is a little bit annoying, but it's just one of them. At least my phone's charging now, so we've changed it in the last few days. Go on, put us back on the fast lines. Go on, you know that. Green signals, so let's just go. We're up to 30 already, but looks like we can be going to sleep on this, right? Yeah, so I've set 56 minutes, so we're around halfway through. 25, B50, so 25 plus 3, about 28 minutes and we're halfway through the service. Yeah, if you are enjoying this video, please like and subscribe, that's greatly appreciated. Ooh, yes, mate. I'm not even holding the controller, it's just on me on its stand. the weather in the UK is nice. It's really nice and breezy, not too warm. Just make sure we are actually on 8 kilometers an hour. Yeah. I reckon all these line changes would be worse on a 4-head code, because you would have to slow down, because like this train's top speed is 60 miles an hour because of the wagons we're carrying. But if it was 75 miles an hour, you'd have to slow down 15 miles an hour. Okay, we ended up slowing down on this surface about 40 miles an hour for the signals, but still, if you're on clear greens, you'd have to slow down 15 miles an hour, which isn't really good. That's not great. Green signals. Yeah. Is there a Pendolino about to race past us? Is that why we've been pulled over? Is that why we've been pulled over and stopped by the police? Not quite like that. Why are there so many people so early? Next train's not for about another hour. Not allowed to use the horn unless it's in a state of emergency. I reckon it'd be really fun to stay at these stations overnight. Should we do it? Go to a train station overnight. That'd be fun. Just see all the freight. I reckon that'd be good. Well, not on one's health, but yeah. Fun. Yeah, fun thing to do. Well, we're up to 40 miles an hour. Just about. Yeah. Let's just keep going. Ding. It doesn't recognise my Wi-Fi. Lost Wi-Fi. Not on the Xbox though, just on the phone. That's nice. Bit mean, but hey. We're at 28 minutes now, so we are halfway through the service if we're going to be on time, which I doubt we are going to be because of all this slowing down malarkey. But yeah, only 2 more DLCs left for Train Sim World 5. Isn't that weird? I would much rather, I mean, they're going to have to change something for like TSW 7, because we know it's coming out next year. We know it's going to be TSW 6 this year, and next year TSW 7, because it's just easy to guess now. You know, it was easy to guess that TSW 6 was going to be a thing before it was. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Weird. But yeah, what would you guys like to see for Train Sim World 6? I think we're going to see a Midland Mainline South and East Midlands trains HST 6 and 6+2 and 8+2 variants with the Thameslink 700 -0-1. I think the -1 should be included and the -0 should be layered because it's technically a DLC for another route. So yeah. Although most people probably have the 700, so I'm not sure anybody would care if they just throw it in with the route. But yeah, most of the services that are -0 are, well, the Luton Raynhams and that. But yeah. London St Pancras to Bedford and include the St Pancras Thameslink, was Thameslink St Pancras. Really sluggish. You're carrying like 2,000 tons, so you gotta be mindful of that. Gotta be very mindful of that. cargo line volume 7 water. Because you know the water trains run on this route a fair bit. And then what would we have? Cargo line volume 8. Coal, I suppose, from the Mainline. Back to basics. But that means there could be 80 quid's worth of cargo line DLC. I mean, there's going to be 50 quid's worth of cargo line DLC, which to me is just a bit much, but hey. Making money, so you've got to do what you've got to do for your business, I suppose. Sorry for the yawn. I've just woken up quite a second. I woke up like 2 hours ago. I've just not done much. So my brain's still waking up. Also, I'm getting a headache from driving a train. It's never happened before. Like 25 minutes left to the service, I do think. No position light, so we're going to stay on this line. Which is nice. I was worried I was going to miss that one. With all that screeching, did we? So, no. Here we are, coming through a train. Feels like we've been going a while, but we've only covered that. Yeah, this might take about... This probably will take about over an hour, I think. Train. When's the next service out of Tring? Because obviously you got the Tring turnbacks. Okay, not for a while. The Tring is set up very much like Luton Station in the layout. You've got the 2 fast lines here. You've got the line off to Milton Keynes, or for Luton's sake, the line off to Bedford, and then you've got Tring, which is what train? Yeah, believe it or not, platform 4, which is like the Luton's where Luton's Rainham service can name. And you've got platform 5, which is the trains down south towards London, which again is the same for Luton. So yeah. And also we've got St Pancras models, so we could have, and we've got the East Midlands trains timetable, and we've got it for we've got West Hampstead Thameslink model, an incredible trains route. It's actually modelled King's Cross as well, I do believe. I think you can see a full AI timetable out of that. Pardon me, there's 3 burps, what's wrong with me? What do we eat today? That is right now we're at 60. About to be at 60. What are we going downhill? I think we'll take it down to step 3. Notch 3. I think that's good coasting speed, don't you? Yeah, we'll put it on notch 2 and see what that does. If that speeds us up, then we're going to have to slow down and probably idle the whole way. That could lose us speed. Yeah, there you go, 61 again, so back to idle. There we go. Through the tunnel we go. This means we're near Berkhamsted, I think. Berkhamsted, so it's Berkhamsted. Yeah, that tunnel's must be a braking board for Berkhamsted. Right, we are actually We're still accelerating despite not having any throttle on. So we'll put a tiny amount of brake on and just let that hold us. Hold us while we go downhill. Turn my phone bright so I can see it a little bit better. Right, now we'll take that off. And around this tight left-hander, Tunstead should be on the weekends. Yep, there it is. Tunstead. What's the time? 5:15? 5:30. Bloody hell, we've been going fair way then. None of them is very safe to the time. I wonder how the AI knows when to go. Like if we arrived an hour late, for example, how would the AI know when to send this freight service out? 12 coach service to Houston in about 10 minutes. 16. Warning for a neutral section, but we're a diesel train, we don't run on electricity, so we don't have to worry about neutral sections. Would freight train drivers learn about neutral sections? Because it's not like if they stopped in a neutral section, they would go, well, actually, it depends. GBRF drivers, depending on where you're based, if you would sign an electric locomotive like the 92, for example, then you would. Again, same with DB when they had 92s. I believe they had 92s. And same with Freightline when you have the 90s. And same with DB when they had 90s. I know they definitely had 90s for sure. Yeah, what does everyone think of the new Freightliner orange livery? I'm not a massive fan, I'll be honest. I prefer, out of the classic green, the swooshy sort of green, the swooshy patterned green, and then the orange. I'd say my order would be swooshy green, orange, and then normal green. Because I don't know, like the normal Freightliner livery just looks a bit bland to me. We're going uphill now. I'm still going downhill. 18 miles to go. That's 60 miles an hour. That should take about 20 minutes. So it's crucial that you actually stay at 60 miles an hour. I think we're coming up to Hemel Hempstead here. We are flying through the stations now. Now that we don't have to change lines every 2 minutes. I think it'd be fine if they took us off the fast lines after like Hemel Hempstead. No, after Watford Junction, sorry. Or even here. Like if they'd done it here, that would have made sense. But there's been nothing past us at the minute. There's been no reason why we couldn't have stayed on the fast lines. Obviously, I know why we were pulled onto the fast lines because of maintenance work. But yeah. Well, maintenance work would have happened in real life, but it isn't happening in the game. Because on the game, you don't need to maintain the tracks. But yeah. Speeding again. Not yet. Is that? Yes, that is Hemel. There was a chemical factory explosion here. Well, I say a couple of years ago. I don't know what year it was, but it was a while ago. I don't remember. Apparently, you could hear the bangs all the way from like, well, not far from, like, I don't know, 20 miles away, most probably. But yeah. Like, I certainly don't remember it. We shouldn't really have done that because it's still 4:06 in the morning. Well, I think we'll wait till we get 55 miles an hour before taking those brakes off. What we got? Hemel Hempstead, Apsley, Kings Langley. Kings Langley, Apsley. No, it's Apsley. And you've got Kings Langley. and Watford. I'm just saying that I'm not seeing any points after Watford, so I'm not seeing a place where they could win us over. Right, fair enough, I stand corrected. Well, they could have brought us over at Hempstead then, I suppose. Maybe they were doing some electric wire maintenance. Some OHLE stuff. Nice. Off come the brakes and off we go again. Racing along. Bet that would make you off the half. Yeah, good job if you had them all for that. Yeah, all the way down to Watford Junction, you've not seen a single piece of AI traffic. We'll most probably see some London Overground and some Underground. Yeah, we're slowly gaining speed back. Nearly had a DSD trip. Stop it. Not funny, not cool. Oh, these HKA wires are a bit massive, and they always this big. No, look at them ones there. They don't have that much of a gap between the two wires. Look at that. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that. Okay. Right, still going downhill. Not quite as downhill as before, but still going downhill. I'm just going to check something on my phone quickly. Not there. Okay, cool. Just checked it. Cool. Well, DSD does go off every like 3 minutes, doesn't it? Wee. King's Mainline, there we go. This next one's absolutely... No, we've just been through absolutely. So yeah, next is Watford Junction. We should start seeing some AI traffic. I quite like doing the southbound runs. So it gets more interesting the further you go into the service in terms of AI, whereas when you're doing the Houston to Milton Keynes, it gets more boring as it goes along. So obviously by the end of your service it's like, cool, is this over now? But yeah. I'm just going like backwards. 70 mile an hour limit. Obviously we're limited to 60. We'd dream of going 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour? No, we wouldn't. I'd rather not. I'm doing 20 miles an hour off the service because these bloody signals. Oh, nice try. 90 miles an hour. We'll have to do a training to London Euston at some point. I don't think I've done one of them. I might have done one of them as a driver. I don't think I've done one of them as a train driver. down here. Can't see anything. I wonder how many stones. Wait, let me show you when we get out here. Come on, this time so long. Is that a repeating wall that's at? And that is a bit. It's symmetrical on both sides. Oh dear. Oh dear. OCD. Bit of OCD. Bit of OCD. That doesn't fit up. Honestly, again. Twice in the same tunnel. Back to it. I'm going uphill now. What I wanted to say was, when we get out of here, look at how highly packed these wagons are. How many stones do you reckon fall off with the amount of braking and accelerating I do? How many stones do you reckon fall off per service? That's something I want to know. Anyway, I know that was random as hell, but hey. Yeah, I really think, because UK, I can't remember the last time a new UK route was included with wagons. Maybe the TEAs and Blackpool branches. What's that train spotter out at 5 in the morning? Is he alright? But yeah, like I said, oh look, there's no ground. That's the only AI train we've seen all day. But yeah, genuinely. What was I saying? Yeah, I can't remember the last time the UK route included a freight wagon. So I think these should have come through. I know they were developed months after, but they should have been free update, in my opinion. But that being said, people buy it. Oh my god, it's a moving train. It's a moving train that we're blocking from getting into Watford. So you didn't have to stop. Yeah, it is a bit upsetting how whenever a German route comes out, they get all this stuff included with it. Like, remember when TSW5 was announced and the German route got 5 locos included with it. 5 locos, well, locos and trains. See, because locos and trains aren't the same thing. But yeah, they got 5 included, whereas the UK, we had to pay for the 390, which I just think was downright disgusting. That they get 5 locos and we can't even get 2. And before you say, oh, the 377 dash 2 is included. Seriously? Is that how low your expectations are of this business? To get a train most of us already have from quite a mainline for free with a route. Like, come on. Come on. And there's a Pendo. What is busy enough now? There's Pendo of the day northbound. Off to Glasgow. He's slowing down for Watford. Well, turn on. There we go. 50 minutes into the video. You are enjoying it. Look at this part, we're coming some of the stones before walking like that. Perfect those. That was some brilliant camera work there. Nice. Off we go. we go. I didn't realise how much this route is actually downhill. Only got 20 kilometres pushing down we'll give them we'll let them off. What the? Just a skip lorry, nothing interesting. I thought it was like a bloody tank. Cargo line volume 4 military coming down the road. 360. Put a bit of brake on, just hold us at 60. What's that? Is that the engine line? I doubt it's a single carriageway road. But hey, you never know. Where is this? Is this Harrow Millstone? Christ, we're moving on. Harrow Millstone. At North Wembley, we're going to have to bring the speed down considerably to about 15. There's a 710 and a 350. First 350 of the day. You a train? No, you a Birmingham New Street. Oh, all sorts New Street. Ouch. Oh my god, it actually says Birmingham on the front rather than not in service. Look at Birmingham North. What was wrong with the old one? Sometimes try to follow us. Nowhere near us. It's shaking a bit. When you put the brakes on, it doesn't like to wobble and shake. I've got camera head sway up to 200%. Camera motion sway. 31% on my phone. Yikes. Well, that has been on during this whole recording, no charging, so I suppose you can't blame it too much. In fairness, I started on 12%, so in an hour, oh, actually that is quite bad. Right, is the next station North Wembley? No, next station. Right, we're on, we've got double yellows already, so let's start braking. Nice. Is South Kenton? Yes. Next one's North Wembley, then Wembley, and that's when we'll be ending. Wembley Yard. Yeah, it's 56 minutes now, so I don't think we're going to make it in quite 56 minutes. But yeah. Oh, I never actually told you what I thought would be the deluxe edition for Midland Mainline. It'd be the 222 in EMT colours, of course. Yeah, that was me telling you we'd get the HST in 10700. Included because they already have them, but I didn't tell you what the new train would be. Yeah, it'd be the 700. The 222. There's a Bakerloo stop. Is that one terminating short? Doing anything weird? Sometimes they do this time at the line. That's been part parallel time. slow down. Considerable amount. Where's the next signal? Okay, it's after Wembley Station, so we've got a while. Have a fair while. There we go. Bridge full of that. Maybe that's something to do with HS2. Where's the AWS back connection? Meant to be done 20 for that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, just about 20. Well, we need to actually stop. I forgot about that. There we go. I'm assuming, what does R mean? R5. I know what, reception siding number 5. Right, we've got to stop in line with that other 66 that's there. What are you here for, mister? AI train at 54. Oh, he's going to be going then. Yeah, in 3 minutes. I like this 66, it's got suspension and everything. Is it always going to be, no, it's going to drop down to 10? Heck! Hold it, speeding. Quite a large amount of speeding. There we go, to 1 billion city depot here. When's the next one out? Oh, look, there's one going out now, actually. 5 Hotel O2. So that'll be 1 Hotel O2 out of Houston, I thought. Anybody want to slow down? We've hit an hour, guys. If you have been watching, we're now an hour into the video. Thank you very much for watching. Right, there we go. Look at all the Pendolinos. Nice. And there's the DB. Is that the DB66 we need to be in line with? Yeah. Just need to go 10 miles an hour. Yeah, that's going to get the road in about 50 seconds. Going all over them again. Is it downhill? See, how comes that one has a tail lamp on it and it's not even going anywhere? But mine doesn't, and we've been on the West Coast Mainline for God knows how long on the slow lines and the fast lines. Yeah, we only saw about 4 AI trains, that's about 1 every 15 minutes. Felt like there was less than that. There we go, ease off. Just need to be in line with my signal then, really. I wonder if that service goes into the North London line. let me save it just in case I... Oh, there's a 66 on that one, I didn't realise. Where's he come from? No, it won't tell me where. Yeah, next service AI train at 6:12. Right, stop. There we go. And that has been today's video on West Coast Mainline Town. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. That is a fitting time for a game crash. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye for now.